What's up guys? I have some cool Gekko lineups here for Ascent. I'm gonna do all maps, but it takes some time to make high quality lineups. I could do some random lineups, you know, willy-nilly, and it'll get you killed in ranked sometimes. But I want you to have the best I can find. So I'm gonna spend a lot of time, and I'll do that on stream. Expect lineups and strats for attack and defense on all maps. And we're gonna add a lot of things for Gekko because I'm gonna play him a lot. He's a really fun character, and I'm adding him as a main for myself. And yeah, you'll see me play a lot of Gekko. If you want more like this, head on over to my Twitch, twitch.tv/GoSpeak. I'm trying to stream every day, making sure that you guys get to see as much content as possible. Let me know what you think in the comments, and let's get going. All right, starting with a main. You want a lineup that lands the molly here, right, and we're going to combine that with Dizzy to flash a sight and force enemies out. And if they stay behind cover there, aka, you know, trying to counter Dizzy, they will get killed by the molly. And same if they're behind the box right over there. So you use this lineup here, there, move there, and use the UI. Here's what the molly is going to land like. Do this lineup, just like that. Jump and send her out. And it lands right there. This means that people there taking cover from Dizzy that we will send above the wall, they will take either 150 damage if they stand in the green and 100 damage if they stand in the dark green over there. So you basically make people have to choose to fight you. Here's what it'll look like if we combine it with Dizzy. Line up.
Mosh pit.
Send out Dizzy. Jump.
Dizzy's up top.
She goes above. And she will flash by sending the plasma, bum, to whoever is in the line of sight, meaning that they might be here, they might be there, here, and you just shoot them. You just shoot them when they are flashed, and you'll see puddles on the ground as well. If you think an enemy might be here or there, what you want to do is use Dizzy, and you just bounce it on the ground so that she activates very fast, compared to if you send it out like this. It takes a tiny bit more time to activate, but yeah, you can just send her out, pick, kill, and if you want to, you can flash for your teammates that are very fast. Let's say that you have a Reese double satcheling from here, for example. Flashes out here and on sight. So you have a lot of room to use Dizzy on A main and A site when attacking with Gekko. Let's say that the enemies are mid. Maybe an operator here, maybe a Phoenix pushing out. You could have a Jet main up on this, or here, or even in there. And you want to peek, either at the start of the round or during a mid-round rotation. What you want to do is use Dizzy for info gain, but also to create an opportunity if enemies are here, over here, or there, you know, whatever, pretty much. Alright, so in order to deal with enemies there, pull out Dizzy, aim to halfway off this box, and then you start running and you jump. But don't jump out here. You don't want to jump here. You want to jump here, sort of. And when you jump and run at the same time, you carry the momentum, the speed. And that will make Dizzy fly a bit further, and also faster, and make it so that she comes back here, where you can recall her in safety after you peek. And it looks like this. Halfway, run, jump.
Dizzy's up.
There. And when she flashes, you just run out, shoot. If there's nobody there,
I got you.
Pull her back up. You pick her back up, actually. So depending on the enemies, I've been told by my viewers that it's 45 meters length, right, and it's right there at the stairs from this area. If you go a bit further out, it means it's
right there.
Probably here,
right there,
somewhere close to the corner there, and it doesn't catch all the way in there, right? It doesn't catch all the way in there, but it's still a very good flash. So if enemies are here, you catch them. Just keep that in mind when you use this this lineup, so that if you go for this one and there's nothing here, you just line up your crosshair, bam. Might be someone there, might not be. We'll see. We'll see when we use this flash, but this way at least you're going to be prepared for that, because otherwise you use this, you walk out there willy-nilly and you just get banged, right? You just have to watch out for that. All right, next up, you want to push a tree, and then you want to go for a plant on sight. What if I told you that the smartest move is not to go like
Right there.
this? Instead, you want to go
Right
like this. In mid cubby, tree,
Right there.
up window, and then plant from rafters with wingman. Let me show you how you do it. So, when you want to clear this area, it's important that you have as tight of an angle as possible to this corner so that it goes forward, bounces here, bounces there, somewhere here, and comes back into cover. Because when you want to take it back, and you're taking it back right here, some bad guy coming around the corner, just looking at you, waving, and then goodbye. That means you can't send out a wingman like
Go
this,
get him, buddy.
because this wingman will end in open space. Imagine here.
Sana,
This is
sana.
dangerous. But if we send it out like this,
Run, little man.
cover.
You did good.
Perfect, right? So you take wingman, and then next step, you want to use dizzy for information and flashing enemies when you push. You flash out here, something like this. Doesn't have to be special. And you go here. Next step is getting up into this area. You clear this. Bam, bam, bam. All right, next step. Once you're up here, you've cleared this area. You want to avoid having enemies stand
Right
there and shoot the little guy, wingman. You also don't want them to run in hell, and you want to, have some enemies from here be forced out into this area, because then you have teammates that can be an A main. You know, those lurking duelists that don't want to do anything. Reyna will be here, Jet will be there, and they'll shoot them. You just say, guys, just look at the enemy when I say go, and you say go. And then after that, you send out wingman to plant. I find that if you aim somewhere here, I guess on these, run, jump,
Saw you, Mosh.
this is pretty good. If you have to be fast because enemies are rotating in from spawn, and you just happen to go for something like that, it's whatever. It's whatever, You see, most of the time, you get a very good spread. And if the molly is here,
Blow him up, Mosh.
it also cuts into this area a tiny bit. Not all the way, but a tiny bit. Now we combine that with wingman.
Blow him up, Mosh. Wingman's planting. Spike planted. Thanks,
Spike
Wings.
planted. Your teammates can see from A main. There can't be anyone who peeks there. So, yeah, you just have teammates help you there. You chill in hell, and that's a secured plant. Very, very cool pathing, timing, and not as standard either. So, until people get used to this, you're gonna farm them. Enjoy the free MMR. Let's say that you find yourself in hell post-plant, and you wanna stop enemies coming from rafters. You wanna stop that insane Jet player who just wide swings, bam, shoots someone in the head, right? Now, in order to stop them, you walk into the middle here, touch this with your face, use this line up there, that line, aim tiny bit up, and right click. You have to make sure that you crouch, by the way.
Blow him up, Mosh.
Bam. Full radius. Perfect. Use that. You want to push mid. On the attacker side, you could go this area. You could go also that area and push up mid. But let's say that you want to start here, in mid link. Normally, you have enemies swinging there, holding, whatever you want to do, operator, and here. So in order to be safe when you push out and not just get rolled, you want to stop enemies there and there, gain some info with Dizzy or Flash. And a really easy way to do that is just position yourself with the shadow here or with this plant, whatever. You want to go as wide as you can on the angle, but not so much that you show your elbows or anything here. Aim right there, roughly like that, doesn't have to be perfect. Run, jump,
Dizzy's up.
send her out. She falls down, in cover.
You did good.
You take her back. So when she travels on this path, over here, she flashes enemies over here, enemies over there, in here, enemies peeking there, and lands. Actually, she goes in like this. So she flashes even deep on market. And you can, that means for you, you just pull out your Vandal, run out like you're you've just installed the game and push in. Remember that it'll take a tiny bit of time for Dizzy to flash because, you know, you have to be able to counter the ability, but it's not too much time. So, when you run out, like this, now you peek. And you work with the info you've gotten here. Move.
Back to me.
Take her back. And now you work from this area. Alright, you want to move into market. After you've been here with Dizzy, use your wingman. Roughly position like this. You know, you don't want to show the elbow or anything there. But then, send him out like this. And you manually check Pizza while he's running. And he will see everyone in here. If there's anyone in here, he will try to stun them. And that's it. Once you're in market and you want to go on plant, what you have to do is use Dizzy that you picked up, because the cooldown has reset from when you sent out wingman. Position here roughly. Aim like this. Run. Jump. And send it out. And Dizzy will flash anyone here, anyone there, here, over there. Just so many areas. And then you run, you peek if anyone is flashed, and you pick her up. Alright, let's do it all in one go. Make sure that when you run out, you, you know, just are mindful of this angle, because you won't flash anyone hiding behind the wall there. And yeah, the rest you just adapt to the info. It's just dependent on where the enemies are. If enemies are backside, or if they're hiding underneath the roof there. If there's no one flashed, that's good info for you as well. And you just use deduction to find where enemies are. So, run, send her out. You'll also see where the flashes go. Let's say that you saw a flash backside. Run here, quick peek. Maybe you didn't see anything. Take back orb. Once you're here, you have wingman off cooldown again. And what you want to do is, you select wingman, not Dizzy, but wingman. Make sure that you set up a plant, and enemies could be backside, right? They could be backside, they could also be here, but hear me out here. Wingman selected, jump, send him out.
Wingman's gonna plant spike.
Do some random molly like that. Covers the entire area.
Spike
If
planted.
he is shot from here, there, you just take revenge, right? You could also be a bit more detailed with your placement of the utility here. You just run a bit more, aim a bit higher up, and you get better spread. And then you just hold. You just hold here. So regardless of which angle you take, maybe actually you don't want to do that one. You want to run, send it out like that. And regardless of which angle, when you run and send it out, it's going to be a decent molly, in my opinion. Even if you place the molly here, it goes through the wall, covers there. I think it's fine. So, that's how you can come in from market, plant. Very strong. Alright, you want to push B main. You want to get the plant down. If you don't want to deal with enemies here, what you can do is, when the shields go down, send out Dizzy like this. And you push up. Based on information, based on what happens, you can fight or you take this area. And once you take this area, you do the same thing as we did when we came from B market. Get the plant with a wingman.
Plant the spike, wings.
And go for a molly in the back. And you make enemies go out.
Spike planted.
If the little guy is shot, shoot there or there. And you can go and take back Dizzy. Although it could be a trap, because enemies could be behind the cover there. They could be in CT. Could be here. I feel like getting this area is a good resting spot, because you're kind of safe here. You're kind of safe. Unless enemies drop down. And that's because you can't wallbang through that spot here. Well, yeah, you can a tiny bit, but you're relatively safe here. And I feel like that could be strong. That could be very strong. And then you can have teammates helping you in B main or market. Here are some defense plays that you can do. I'm gonna try and do some cool aggressive plays, because early on in the, you know, in the act, people won't really be able to counter Gekko as if they have played against him for 2 years, you know? So you're gonna get away with a lot of stuff. And a cool thing we can do is use Dizzy, run, send her out here, and that will make her come back pretty far into safety here, and you'll just peek enemies with the flash. If there's no one there, you pick her up, and that's it. When you're standing here, you know, relatively close to the corner, you want to be fast on this wing, make sure that you can see this bar here. At least that bar. You run out,
Dizzy's up
send her
top.
out. And that will make it so that it has enough of a sharp angle, or well,
There's my
wide
buddy.
angle to come back. And then if there's no enemy here, yeah, you just pick it back up. Nice. Let's say that you have a teammate in mid, maybe B main, B site, they hear steps in mid link, or maybe you hear steps in mid link and you want to fight them. But because there might be some cracked operators here, or just raise main that is 45-0, and you want to delete them at least once, what you can do is use the Dizzy, aim straight up, just anywhere really, like this,
Dizzy's up.
and Dizzy will travel up here, and she will see everything that you need to see when you're
Right
fighting.
there.
Here,
Right there.
46 meters,
Right there.
45 meters. That is the distance of how far Dizzy will see. Very good. And when she falls down, she's here. So if
There's my
nobody's
buddy.
out there, then yeah, you didn't waste your ability, and it's no longer in a bad position.
You did good.
Super good. That is very good. And now you can fall back if enemies are coming A main or something, and you can use this again in 10 seconds. Let's say that there's an operator player holding here. Because they are scoped, like if they are scoped in, which they most likely will be, nobody's gonna sit like this, just no scoping. They will get flashed here, even if they're not looking there. And that's why that flash is so strong. Nobody expects to be looking up here. But if you have a Vandal player, they might see it. But it's still pretty difficult to react to it because nobody expects a flash like this. Let's say that you want to attack A main and you're on defense. Now, when the shields are up, you just position yourself like this and you want to send out Dizzy really far up so that she basically is up here. And that means that, well, enemies running from here, they will get flashed. Pretty strong, right? Enemies who are close here, they might not be flashed, but if you have to deal with that, what you can do is you send out Dizzy a bit further down, so she's, you know, a bit closer to the wall, and that way you'll catch them. When you send her out, make sure that you run and jump, so you keep the momentum. Aim like this.
Up and away.
And then you just kill the people that are flashed. If there's nobody here, or if there are too many people here, you take the orb, and if not, like if there are too many people, you just run back. So, if you kill people, nobody here, take Dizzy right after, and you can go reset and use her again in 10 seconds. Thanks so much for watching the video. Make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button and also the notification bell. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.